ADHD. And
Sorry to hear
I went
that,
to the website, and it was appalling. It was drcox.com. It was nothing but porn.
Dr. Cox, comment, is there maybe a website that's close to your website? Because he's saying that... well, you got to think drcox.com would have a lot of Cox on it.
How did you spell Cox?
COX.com.
COX.
Lots of valuable, useful information for parents.
All right.
I got it.
Especially you guys. You guys ought to be checking out my website because there's a ton there that can help you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should have been really upfront about the spelling ahead of time.
Yeah, that would have helped. Dr. Cox, are you suggesting we raise a race of children that go to supercuts?
No, I'm not suggesting.
No? Yeah, bad haircuts there.
Right.
It's cheap, but there, it looks like a bowl was on their head.
Let's go to Jamie. You're on with
Dr. Adam Crotch. Jamie?
Hello? Yes.
You're on with
Dr. Dix.
Hey, doctor, first of all, I want to ask you, how can you even use a fucking term like
Watch your language.
dropping a Xanax in somebody's vagina that's a child? And for all you pompous asses that think you know something about children, you got to have one before you know what's going on with children.
Very good.
Which makes me kind of wonder, does anybody there have kids?
I do. I have three children.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do, Doc.
You fucking doctor, he fucking says something like that. What kind of fucking term is that?
Hey, language.
You know, we understand if you have a disagreement with his...
Yes.
But
I know a lot of people are upset about you suggesting that we raise super kids.
Yeah, and
it's
fuck you, man.
It's preposterous.
Fuck you.
And
hey,
how do you even use a term like that regarding a child?
Dr. Cox, language, please.
You don't want to raise super kids?
I hung up on him. Doc, I do have 3 kids.
You do?
Yes, and only 1 out of the 3 has HD TV, so...
Yeah.
We're talking about technology here, right?
how many children do you have, Dr. Dix?
I have 1.
Okay.
1 child, a perfect super child, I suppose.
So Harry...
that would be great.
Harry.
His name is not Harry Cox. Stop it. Stop with the juvenile humor. Yes.
Can I help you?
Is Anita on the phone? Anita.
All right, we're on the air
Is that,
in 3, 2,
sister?
1.
Anita.
And go. Anita Cox?
So Black, is your book out now or is it coming out?
The book is out. No Mind Left Behind.
Is it in libraries?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it at your local library. Frankly, I don't care where you get it as long as you read it because I want you to help your kid.
Well, yeah, I have a hard time reading because my mind jumps around a lot. Is there an audio book?
I got to ask the good doctor, if this book is about ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Why would you... How many pages is this thing? Why wouldn't you just, put a lot of information on the first 2 pages and keep the rest of them blank?
They just keep going back anyway.
Simplify.
I got to tell you, if someone had helped your parents with you guys, we wouldn't... This conversation would sound very different.
Isn't it the worst? I know.
What's wrong with this conversation?
Hey, man.
Right. We're getting
if
some
this
nice...
is a distraction, I don't know what is.
We're getting
the
some
doctor we talked to before you a few minutes back, that went quite smooly, so maybe the onus is on you, sir.
Yeah, let's go to Jay in Philly. He's got a good question for...
All right.
Hey, guys.
Adam, that's right.
Cox
Adam.
have any kids of his own?
Yeah, he has 1, I believe.
Yeah, 1 child.
Oh, so he's raising...
No, he has 3 children.
No, he has 1.
Oh, that's you have 3.
Dr. Norton.
Oh, wait, no, I have children. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Dr. Norton has...
What?
3. Looking for a caller with... We have so many calls coming in with just
amazing.
fantastic
a lot of people
questions.
Want to talk about this. Wade in Minnesota. Wade, you're on with...
Yeah.
Wade,
you're on with...
Doctor.
Doctor, I got a problem. I'm wondering if I might be a little ADHD because I'm trying to count the cars and that, and I keep we keep a good count of the cars, and every time I go through to try to count them, I come up a little bit short. And I got this plan, and I can't really put it together. Wondering if maybe going through the good doctor and maybe he might be able to prescribe something because I keep kind of going in different directions. Do I need a wood chipper?
It sounds like you may have a problem with distraction, or you may just have a problem with counting.
I think you are asking the question of the wrong person. You should be talking to a doctor. This is a writer we have on the phone that's written a book about doctors treating ADHD.
Yeah, so no. We keep good count of the cars. We got them.
Yeah.
We got them all.
Well, those are some sweet numbers.
So it's a hell of a plan there.
Have you always wanted to be a writer?
Yeah.
Have I always wanted to be a writer? Yes. No. For many years, I was an artist. I became a doctor by accident.
Oh, an artist, a painter or sculptor? What type of artist?
Yeah.
A painter.
What's your fascination with doctors?
Well,
no fascination with doctors.
Then what's your fascination with cocks?
When I was an artist, I ended up teaching young kids how to paint and draw. I came to the realization that was my calling. I work with kids, and I've spent my life trying to help kids become as good as they can be without putting them in a situation where
when did you realize you had the ADD?
I'm blessed. I don't have ADD.
Good. Thank God.
Then how can you possibly write about it?
Yeah, did you guys play the...
Well, because I spent over a decade working with kids that do have that problem.
Excuse me, lover of, is this your first book, or is this your second book?
Second book.
Oh, what was the first one about, sir?
It was called Boys of Few Words.
And that was about autism.
About boys who have trouble communicating and expressing themselves.
Oh, of course.
Not you guys.
No. I would assume
I
that
grew
was
up
about
old school. My dad, if I had trouble communicating, he'd smack me in the head and say, "Get the cock out of your mouth and speak, motherfucker." And that's how do you react to that type of?
I think it seems to explain an awful lot.
That's a horrible thing that he should probably look into now that he's older, and perhaps you benefit from some type of psychiatry.
Eat a lot
psychologist. Yeah.
Hey, Craves Unclipped, what would you say is the greatest mistake parents make?
That's a good question.
What would I say is the
greatest mistake? Yeah.
Wow, that's a big question. The biggest mistake they make about what?
About raising their children, of course, and doing things that will foster an attitude or an atmosphere that would be conducive with ADHD. But like, what is the best way, would you say, if somebody wants to kind of step in and circumvent that, like without it?
Well, the number one thing that they can do is to try to.
That question is brought to you by Sammy's Aluminum Siding. Sammy's Aluminum Siding, 423-3112.
Sorry, just had to get that in. Hey, ADHD or AD Blu-ray? What do you think the future holds?
Man, I don't even know what AD Blu-ray is.
Say it's like beta. Which is easier to treat, a 720p or a 1080i?
Again, I'm afraid I'm not an expert there, guys.
Thomas the Trucker, you got a question for...
Hello?
Hey, Thomas the Trucker.
You got a question for...
Dr. Adams.
Adam.
Doctor...
I heard Dr. Cox saying spanking's a bad idea. I was wondering if he had any other suggestions for discipline.
Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can
discipline. Mouth fucking work?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry?
My goodness.
You don't want to hear that, sir. That was obviously a prank caller. I'm really sorry
But he
about
did,
that. I don't know where these people come from.
I have noticed
sometimes.
a lot of drug commercials on, Doctor. Over the past 10 years or so, we just seem to be inundated with these drugs. Like for the slightest problem, we're supposed to go ask our doctor about this. How do you feel about that?
I think you're right. I think that's an excellent point. That
Thank you.
We seem
Anthony
to
again.
become over-dependent upon medicine for all kinds of things, including when we kids have like a
hey, baby, this is heaven, lover. Exactly. Oh, you sure as hell are a born coxman.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it this way. Oh.
That's how I feel. If I would care about your answer if I just hadn't had so much Xanax today. But that's a good answer to a great question.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. Have you ever been on any type of a psychiatric drugs?
Well, I'm not sure how that's relevant to our interview here today.
Oh, that's a yes. Because it would almost give some validity to the anti-drug stance you're taking.
Yeah. Well, the important thing is not what medicine you guys have taken or what medicine I may have taken, but the important thing is that young minds.
My child has what they call leukemia, and they try to push a lot of drugs on us, chemotherapy, radiation, and I say no. We're doing this all natural.
Right. It's a very different
herbal
situation.
teas.
It's a life-threatening situation, and you need to use. In that case, of course, medicine is going to be the best option. But what we're talking about, guys, what the book is about, are what we call options of first resort.
Options of first resort.
Right.
Now,
the medicine should be an option of last resort, and what I'm writing about are the options of first resort. What should you do before?
Tom in Westchester, you got
the meds. Gotcha.
Dancing with Gay Guys is on Springer.
Tom,
hi guys. Listen, I'm trying to raise a super kid.
Yep.
And he's 11 years old, 142 IQ. We went into the bedroom where he was supposed to be studying, and he says to us, he's in my wife's dress, he says, I like to wear nail polish and watch werewolf movies.
Isn't that young, I remember your call, his name is William, right?
His name is young William.
Yeah.
So what do? I tried my best, and he's wearing ladies' dresses. And
let him do as he pleases. Right, Doctor?
Yeah. All right, William, come on out, William. Come on, William, talk to the doctor. William, please.
Thank you.
I don't think William's queued up.
Doctor, are you a fan of Yellow Discipline?
I'm a fan of what?
Yellow Discipline for kids
I don't know
that are
what
suffering
that is,
from
guys.
ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't know what Yellow Discipline is.
Oh, okay.
A child that's afraid of monster rain, say. Where that's something he really should be taking part in.
True.
That freezes up right before the monster rain.
Yeah, that's not something I know anything about.
Another thing that. So you think these drug companies are making a big bucks off of our children when this could be treated in the home just by parenting and lessons that can be learned from your book?
Absolutely.
Now, the 5 things you must do if they say your child has STD.
I would say to the teacher, probably something, excuse my language, but I'd say bullshit. You're the one that's screwed up, and then I'd grab my kid by the arm and pull really hard and get him out of there, that school.
Yes.
Hey, let me ask you guys about this, because here's one of the 5 things you should do. Is like you should be a coach rather than a boss. Everybody hates the voice of a boss, but people kind of like and respond to the voice of a coach. You know what I mean?
You know something? It's more of a boss is talk down to you. A coach or something is more talk you up.
Motivate you.
Right. And our boss
like to be
is a drunk.
Great. Yes, that's exactly the difference.
Yes.
And also a coach.
Again, Anthony. My name's Anthony Cumia, by the way.
I like to think of myself as the Bobby Knight in my son's life.
Well, probably a bad coach to take an example of.
Well, it's effective.
You choke your kids.
Yeah, that's not what a coach does, but a coach can be very demanding. Hey, you guys watched football yesterday? There's a lot of very demanding coaches on
Certainly
TV.
did. Made a bundle.
They're hard on those players, but the players play up to their ability because they're not talking to them like they're a boss. They're not talking down to them.
Yeah, and they all shower together at the end, and that's what...
It's what made Bill Parcells great.
So shower with your children.
3
donuts
jokes over and over.
No, 3 jokes.
Line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net.
Variations of the 3 same tired jokes for 40 minutes. There's no game plan. It shows. Let's try and wing it. Smashing a brick wall. 10:08.
Let's do line of the day. It's brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net.
Keep hoping for magic. Just shit this is. Questions handed to us last minute. Could have had them an hour before we could have just changed them a little bit and had some fun. Fucking 5 dopes jumping over each other to say something obnoxious. We should all be shot. We should all be shot in the mouth with a shit gun. No fucking game plan whatsoever. A room full of fucking 10-year-old shit dicks trying to say naughty things to the doctor. Maybe this will bring us out of the fucking spiral that we've been in for an hour.
This is Dancing with Gays on both channels now.
Jimmy summed it up perfectly.
Christ.
Same 3 stupid gags.
Oh, God, it was endless.